Welcome back to the Webby and O'Neill channel. And Manchester United have released the first extracts from Ruben Amorim's first interview as Manchester United's head coach. Get involved in today's video as usual, Reds, because we will want to discuss some of your comments throughout today's video. How are you doing today? How are you feeling?
Tired.
What?
I'm tired. Really tired. I'm worried.
You're tired and you're worried?
Yeah.
Are you getting to sleep, you?
I'm not sleeping well.
Why is that?
I'm worried for Amorim. He's just come in, he's just too relaxed. So I'm worrying on behalf of him because he just keeps talking since he's got here that he's relaxed. Well, that doesn't make me relaxed. It makes me worrying. And I'm tired because, I'm just not sleeping well.
Let's have a look at you. Are you back on that night nurse again?
No, I bought a ball this morning.
You bought a ball? No, you didn't. Did you?
Yeah. I got a ball this morning. I need it.
No, you'll be all right. Amorim sounds relaxed. We've got some of the extracts from his first interview, which is coming up and released at 7 p.m. tonight on Manchester United's official website. And like you did say there, it does sound really relaxed. I'm going to get a bit of a snippet up on screen so you can have a read and get involved in today's chat. Smash that like button as well. We appreciate all your continued support, your interaction, especially on this week's videos. It's been immense and it's much appreciated. Now, going to get into that. The first extracts, it's up on screen.
Well, this interview coming up tonight at 7 o'clock. He arrived yesterday at 3 o'clock at Old Trafford, left early evening, did the interview. I'm just thinking he's going to talk all about Manchester United, what he's going to do. That's what I want to hear from him, what he's going to do. Yes, we've got a couple of snippets there, what you can read, but that's what I want. You know, being inside Old Trafford, he spoke about the pride, how awe-inspiring it is, the size of the ground, the size of the place, and the pride he feels. I think you're going to get that. I think you're going to get an emotional man tonight because he's where he should be. So it's all about pride and everything and what he's going to set out work-wise and where he wants to get Man United back.
Yeah, I have seen some reports today. I think it's coming from Ben Jacobs. And I think he's taking a bit of a guess here, to be honest with you. But he's expecting his visa to be cleared by Monday so he can take his first training session on Monday.
People were saying he was going to guessing Wednesday, Thursday, today, weekend, Monday. They're all having a guess. It'll arrive when it arrives.
No, it will do. I don't think they'll be working over the weekend, do you? Or you'd expect maybe Friday today?
No, listen, Monday, Tuesday. Listen, it might even be Wednesday. Who knows? At the end of the day, many players are out on international duty. So there's not that much you can do with the squad anyway. Even if you look at the youth side, 60% of them are on international duty. So there's not really much he can do inside that training-wise.
As we know, he's been at Carrington, visiting Old Trafford yesterday as well. He's met some of the players who have stayed at Carrington to work on the fitness. But I don't think he's met any of the youth players yet. That was something that you was hearing earlier on from someone who works.
No, and the reason for that, I would have thought that would have happened. And then someone's explained to me that 60% of them are actually out on international duty. So when he went to Carrington at the beginning of the week, I think that might have been his one and only visit there. I'm not 100% clear, but he's not meeting the players, he's not meeting the youth team and all that. I think he's just getting used to what Manchester United is. He had a good walk around yesterday inside Old Trafford, meeting lots of people, and quite right. Listen, it's a massive weight on his shoulders, and never mind he's saying he's relaxed and all that. He knows it's a massive weight and the task ahead, and he's going to be clear on the task ahead, how troublesome it's been at Manchester United and how he's going to turn it round. I look back to when United last won the league and it comes in and everything is totally different. I look at David Moyes when he came in with the media and everything else like that. He's coming a different man, different tone, different attitude and everything. And it feels as though the place fits him and it's right for him. And there's a totally different feel. So I just look back in time, which I often do, and I think to myself, this seems the perfect fit. And he feels that.
Yeah, like I say, keep getting your comments in the live chat. We'll discuss them throughout today's video. Lollipop says, Amorim won't take any BS. Lee Jones says, he does need time. Kenneth also says, I just want to see a style of play.
Well, listen, I hear what you three are saying there, and I've got to take you back to a recent quote, what he said. I expect 100% from these players, from everybody inside this club. That's what we all wanted to hear. And the more and more we're hearing what's going on and how he feels, more comments from him, you can see there is big trouble for people in here who have been pulling like a lead weight, as I call it. Expect 100%. That's what he's saying. And this sounds like the type of man what's going to get 100% out of everybody. And these people who don't pull the weight, they know and will quickly know. Listening to him, seeing him, they will quickly know out the door.
Yeah, but it's also a lot of pressure on the people behind the scenes as well. Not just on Amorim to sort these players out, get the players out who he doesn't want and get players in he does want. And a lot of emphasis will be on the likes of Dan Ashworth, Jason Wilcox and Berardi, etc., because he's just a head coach here now. I don't mean it just like that,
yeah, I know.
But he's here to make sure the team starts playing in a certain way and an attractive way as well, what entertains the fans. That's his main job role, his remit.
Listen, Ruben Amorim's come here. There's a plan. He's got here a lot earlier than he thought he would. And you've got to look at it. The suits behind the scenes have brought him here for a reason. And they've told him, this is what we want from you. This is what we're going to provide. So I look at it and I go back, I reiterate, right? He's got this season. Yes, we expect an improvement. Our eyes won't lie to us if there's not. But it's the summertime. That's when everything kicks in. And then I will be demanding improvement. I will be demanding we challenge for this, because everything should be in place. And that's not down to Ruben Amorim. That's down to the suits. That's down to Omar Berardi and everything. So when they come the summertime, everything, finances, player recruitment, you name it, the lot. Players getting out of this club, everything has to be done this summer. So they've got plenty of time to prepare in the background. They've got the plan. This year, right to the end of the season, we expect an improvement, but it's next year we expect to kick on. But the only way Ruben Amorim's going to be able to kick on, and we've seen it, how often have we seen it? Time and time again. Managers have come in with expectations and been let down. They've not been backed. Many managers have complained when they've left that they weren't backed in certain ways. People have, the press, everyone has said, oh, he wasn't backed here, he wasn't backed there. Yeah. But this man has to be backed fully, okay, to turn it round. It's been too long now, and the men in suits have to act. Different men in suits, we know that. This is their time, shall I say.
Yeah, Robin Hughes, welcome to our members club. Everyone else who's from our members club, good to see you all in the chat, and our subscribers as well. Lily in the chat, hopefully I've got that right, my mate. I think he feels the entire pressure, but at the same time, he feels more at home and at the right place. He's encouraging himself more than anything. I
think when you turn round and you say, this is the perfect fit, I feel at home here, this is what, where I'm supposed to be, he's relaxed, but he also understands the pressure. But when you feel as though this is the place where you should be, I think that weight of pressure isn't as strong as it would be on somebody else who wasn't. And that's why I talk about his character. This is his. This is what he's always been wanting. So the pressure is there and it's massive. He understands that. It's on his shoulders and he knows it is, but it's not as heavy as it would be if you weren't as relaxed and comfortable in who you are and what you believe you can do going forward. And that is success, brings success to this football club.
Do you feel a bit more confident? I know it's early days, but a bit more confident that we've got the likes of Berardi in now, Dan Ashworth, Jason Wilcox, instead of what we used to have in the likes of Richard Arnold, John Murtough, etc., that they can actually back the manager and give him the tools that he definitely does need?
Well, you look at the old regime to this one, it's like chalk and cheese. They didn't really know the football. Woodward and all that is a banker. There was no organisation. There was no oversight or anything. People just got away with murder. This lot just aren't having it at all. When you look at Omar Berardi, absolutely, he knows how to run a football club. Dan Ashworth, he's been around. He knows what to do. Jason Wilcox has been brought in. It's early days for Jason Wilcox, to be honest with you. But it's a good sign, and there's more change going on, and there will be more change coming up to the summer, and you will expect a turnover, a recurrence where people are moved into a job, and if they're not up to it, they will be moved out quickly. Whereas with the old regime, they were just moved around the club. No one was prepared to carry on sacking people because of underperforming in that. But these won't have that. These won't move people about to different positions. You don't do it, you're out. And that's a good thing.
Yeah, just diving into the chat, Marcus from our members club says, Are Manchester United fans willing to possibly see some bad games adjusting to the new style of play and training?
I think you've
got that in the end there, mate.
I don't know whether it's accepting. I think they'll understand if there's some bad games. Every team, whether good or bad team, will have a bad side. Will have a bad game. So we know it's coming. Nothing's going to turn around straight away, and it's going to be hard, and there will be moments. You've just got to look and sort of hope that this team changes. You see going forward that there is a chance that there's going to be change from the normal dross what we've been served up. But accepting, I think we're going to have to accept, to be honest with you, one or two bad performances, and it does happen to the best. You will see an improvement. That's what we won't accept if we don't see an improvement.
Marcus says, only 49 likes. Please support the channel and hit that like button. Do my work, mate. Doing the Lord's work. If you can smash that like button if you're enjoying the video. Four says, big up, bros. Amorim seems like he's a people's person, the type of manager that's much needed, especially with the younger generation. And I was saying that yesterday. Maybe that could be a good thing. You know, the generational gap, it's smaller between the players where he will understand them much more with what they've got to go through, not just on the football pitch, but in the wider world and the pressures put on him. Yeah,
I think the way he's come across when he talks about having fun and everything else like that, and it's a different approach. I have spoke about it previously, that Manchester United have made a different approach. They brought in someone who's up and coming, a coach, got his own team and everything. He's 39 years of age. It's a completely different approach. And listening to him all the time since he's been here, when he was at Sporting the last couple of weeks there, it is a different approach, different man, different style and everything. And I think he's in tune with his players because of the age gap. So I think we're going to see fun, excitement, and the odd occasion where we put our hands on our head as if to say, what's happened here? But hey, that's par for the course at the moment.
Fred says, afternoon, lads. London says the same as well. Afternoon to all of you out there. Good evening, good morning, whenever time you're watching it. Much appreciated you joining in. Monday's expected to be his first training session. You know, a lot of people out there, including myself, are expecting this 3-4-3 formation or a 3-4-2-1. Gets out on Monday and shakes his head. No, I can't do it. Let's stick to the 4-2-3-1.
Well, I think it's going to be very difficult to start.
Would it surprise you? It wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if we set up like that against Ipswich.
Well, when you start setting up, I think to set up, I think we'll get more of an indication Thursday, Friday, to be honest with you. A lot of players aren't back international duty and all that. But he might start talking tonight even about the formation, what he's expecting.
Yeah, good point.
You know, I think tonight we might hear more of that. So that's one of the main reasons, you know, we really all should be listening. And I think every Manchester United player will be listening in as well, because they won't have heard what his words. He might be talking about, this is what I expect from my players, and the formation might be the main thing and how he sets up. And some of these players might be, whoa, what's going on here? Am I in this setup? I've not played this setup. That's my position. It's not the same. So these players will be listening tonight.
Says Alaz, says United. Chippy says, City lost 4 games. I didn't hear anything about it.
Well, you won't do, will you? Man United's the news. Sack the manager, new manager coming in. It overtakes everything. When something bad's going on at United, especially, right, any news, that's it. Listen, you talk about Man City losing 4 games, okay? And I've said this time and time again, okay? Manchester City won the treble. I live here in Manchester, okay? So I'm not kidding you. Any City fan can back me up. Manchester City won the treble. A fortnight after they won the treble, no one was interested. Manchester United, Manchester United, Manchester United. That's all you ever hear. Okay, no one's interested. It's Manchester United. That's what the media want. That's who they own in. City, only a small club. No one's interested.
Lollipop, I always press the like button. It's a no-brainer. Thanks for that bit of PR work. Much appreciated. Simon says, Sir Rashford needs to pack his bags in the summer. Can't take any more of the guy sulking. I have seen a couple of reports. Was it this morning or yesterday, and they're basically saying that Amorim's thinking about trying him as a number 9. I can't see that, me. First of all, whoever's done the report, how close are they to Amorim? Highly doubt it. They're that close to him to actually get an understanding of what he's thinking already before he's met the players in training himself. But Rashford as a number 9, when he has played there, has it really worked out?
I think anyone reporting on Rashford being the number 9 has to take a look in the mirror and ask themselves what they're looking at. TWAT might be on the mirror if it was in my household, because I ain't reporting on that. Because what? Someone's reporting on that. Oh, Amorim's given the this is how I'm going to set up. I don't think so. I don't think so. Wishful thinking, international duty. Someone again, not just someone, but there'd be many people out there reporting on it, trying to get a story. What's not even a story? Someone's made it up. Because to get that, as though like Rashford's going to be a centre forward, it must have come from Amorim's mouth. Certainly not.
Martin Lawton, great comment, but I just can't read it out. Nikos P, smash all the likes. He's actually got a picture of your head, isn't there? How's he done that?
I don't know, but I feel tired.
A picture of you. Do you feel tired still?
I feel tired.
I think you may be drinking too much of that night nurse, you know. How much are you taking it?
I've not touched it.
I think you're only meant to take it like the cap.
Don't tell me how much to take. I'll take as much as I want to get me asleep, all right? You're not a doctor.
I know I'm not a doctor,
Right.
but how much are you actually drinking? Because you are my dad. I am worried about if you're taking too much and it's excessive.
I've not had any this week.
I don't want to be wheeling you in here.
I bought it today. I'm fine. I'm just tired.
Yeah, going to dive back into the chat. A lot of people mentioning about Marcus Rashford, but you know, we've discussed before. A lot of people, well, not a lot, but some people might not like it out there. But is it time for a fresh start with these players under a coach with a lot of us are excited about in the changes that we possibly will see?
Listen, I think it's a fresh start for us all with all the players, because this new manager's here. He's going to give everyone a fresh start. He's going to give them a lift. He's going to change around what goes on in training, how they practice, everything else, the way the team's set up, the lot. So I think all the coaches, the manager, coach, he's going to give them a fresh start. But we've all got to give them a fresh start till the end of the season. Yes, we've got a downer on some players, and quite rightly so. We're allowed to criticise and that, back the team as we do on the day. But hey, if there's bad performances, people's attitude and that, we're allowed to criticise. But I think we should all give them a fresh start, and quite rightly so, because they are Manchester United players. We support Manchester United. You support Manchester United. So let's give them a fresh start. Let's see where we are early January.
Yeah, anyone who pulls on that Man United shirt on that day, you've got to get behind them and the team as well, including the manager. And then it's going to be Amorim's decision, more or less, well, more emphasis on the suits in the background come the summertime of who's needed, who's not.
Yeah, I think come January, and I did say it yesterday, and I think I might have said it the day before, come January, these players will know exactly where they are. We'll know where they are. We know how they perform or how they don't perform. And come January, if there's no change, no improvement in certain players, or there's a downgrade in some players, we'll be able to sort of say, right, Amorim, he knows what to do, get him out, can't back him anymore, he's been given enough chances. Let's just see. It's a matter of sitting, waiting, and not criticising him now. It's a matter of just saying, hey, there's a new guy in town, new chance for you. Let's put the effort in. Whatever went on before, I can wipe my mouth quite easily. Wipe my mouth of someone not putting in the effort. Because if they go out and show it, then there must be a serious reason why they never did it. But hey, we've got to see that first. We've got to see that effort. And like I said, he turned round in a recent quote and said, I expect 100%. So it's a matter of just waiting, really. Yeah,
eyes don't lie as well. And it'd be interesting to see, you know, some people out there might already know, and I've heard reports that I've not. But if he's actually got like a veto on any of the transfers, incoming and outgoings, or if he's just going to have like an overall say, some sort of input into it, because that'll be a huge statement as well, because that'll take it away from him. And like we said before, the emphasis and the pressure will be on the people in the background to get that job done.
I think when you talk about a veto and that, I'm hoping he clears this up, because I don't want a full year of veto this and he's got nothing to do with transfers or anything like that, because people just live right on the stories, not knowing the truth, and I get quite sick of it, to be honest with you. So I'm hoping that we get a full understanding of who's in charge of certain things, certain departments, who's in charge of like buying, selling and all that, who gives the permission. So that's what I want clearing up. And I'm not going to believe anything about vetoes until I actually hear it from the man himself or someone inside the club.
Sticking on transfers, what do you think of Gyökeres?
Listen, that may or may not happen.
Do you think Amorim will have a veto on Gyökeres?
I don't know. But listen, he's a good player. We know that. And if there is an opportunity, then why not? But only time will tell and see what goes on.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be a huge price tag anyway, anyone who's going to go in for him in the summertime. But I'm just going to dive into the chat. Derek from our members club, cheers for your super chat, mate. He says, us fans need to be realistic with our timeline and expectations. We need to back him fully, which is Amorim. This man will transform this club. We can't expect flawless games from here on out. There will be bumps in the road. Exciting times though ahead. Good comment, mate. Much appreciated.
No, that's right. We have to be realistic. Things will go wrong. We will see some good football. There's no two ways about that. But we have to back the manager. We have to back the players and then sort of wait the realistic time to sort of say, right, now can we push on? Is the summer? And he's quite right in everything he says there. He should be sat here with us.
Yeah, he should be. Marcus from our members club says, taking responsibility is a sign of maturity. And some of these players need to grow up. I don't know how strongly you mean that there, but I'd put it in a different way. We have got a few youngsters in this team who we're relying on heavily in games to win us games and also perform week in, week out. And it is going to take time for them, at their ages to mature as well. No,
listen, I'm having none of it. So I'm going to go in hard on this. And I think he's right. Responsibility. They know the responsibility. The very moment they walk into this club, they know the responsibility and the weight and what this club means to everybody round the world. They should have a proper education the first day they walk in. They know what to do. And some people, and certainly some younger players, right, seem to have a little bit of chip on the shoulder and a little bit of arrogance and not understanding and have forgot what it was they were told the first day in here. So, responsibility. I think there's quite a few people in there what have forgot what the responsibilities is playing for Manchester United.
Yeah, top shot that. Ansel says, Amorim is known to be a great man. Amorim is known to be a great man manager, but also a hard taskmaster. Looking forward to it. I do agree with that in the interviews and press conferences that I've heard him, but I do take myself back to when Erik ten Hag walked through the door. We did hear similar statements about Erik ten Hag.
No, but it seems to have worked for him for wherever he's been. It certainly works at Sporting. 5 trophies, 2 league titles. So maybe that part of like hard nut. I expect 100% from you, get it done, and then maybe have a laugh with him afterwards if he's not done it, and that way of encouraging. So, young 39, the approach is going to be different, whereas a taskmaster, right, would have the whip out. Here you go. He's encouraging. That's how I see it. He's he's going to encourage these people to do the work, to get that 100% out of him. So he's going to bring a different style, and that's good, and that's what I like about it.
Simon Herron from our members club, I have zero faith in these senior players. The only thing they are consistent at is being inconsistent and getting managers sacked. The one thing is, though, the players that Erik ten Hag has brought in during his reign, I don't think he's really improved much of any of the players. So one of his tasks will be, Amorim, to improve the signings that we've made in the recent years, especially in the last 2.
Look, I understand exactly where he's coming from, because for over 10 years now, we've expected this and we've seen players' attitudes and everything. So we think, oh, we've got a new manager in, or we're turning it around. And then you just see players just like deteriorating, not caring and all that. So I fully understand where you're coming from and the pessimism going into it, thinking, oh, some of these players won't turn it around. And really, I can't argue with that pessimism, what some people have got. I just full of hope. I look at Amorim and I say to myself, he's going to turn it round. But I do understand exactly where you're coming from. on a bit of a downer about what you've been seeing all these years. And he is right. Some of these players throughout the last 10, 12 years have been absolutely disgusting.
Mark Farrell says Amorim is the smiling one. Just like Jose Mourinho coming over here, the special one. Glenn says, I heard him say to one of the players in a video, it's important they have fun. And we did discuss that. Was it in yesterday's or the day before?
I think we've discussed it a couple of times, and that what makes him different. You know, Jose Mourinho having fun. You didn't get that.
No, you didn't get that.
You didn't get that. David Moyes, you didn't get that.
Louis van Gaal, you know what I mean? I'm not too sure.
Louis van Gaal, maybe
the only fun he had was throwing himself down on the pitch.
Maybe he could have a laugh. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, no, not having fun. I think
Solskjaer was a great man, legend of the football club. But you know, certain stories that you did hear come out after he left Manchester United, I think maybe he was too pally-pally with some of the players, let him get away with a little bit too much than what he should have done. But then again,
he was walked over.
Yeah, I was about to say, being the Manchester United manager at that time with what was going on in and around the club, who he had supposedly for support, I mean, who do you turn to? Yeah,
it's unfortunate for Ollie. Yes, people did walk over him at the club, but at the time you have to go back and look at the world. He was in COVID and everything else like that. It was a different time. People's attitudes changed. The way this Old Trafford was run, the way the world was run. So he suffered badly, and his preparations were totally interrupted, and people just got a right attitude and went off the rails. Not just footballers, right round the world.
Alex says, I'm not keen on everyone getting a clean slate under the new manager. Some players just aren't good enough if we actually want to improve. And
you know, listen, I accept that, okay? I accept that. It's hard to do, but what I am and what you are is a Manchester United supporter, okay? The new manager is in. He's expecting 100%. Okay, I expect these players to give 100%. So I'm backing them. There is a clean slate as far as I'm concerned. Yes, it's very hard for some people out there to give clean slates. Listen, there's some players out there, right, in this squad who I could really, really tear into. But the new manager's here, and I just want to give it time and assess what's going on. That Amorim is doing the job correctly, and that these players are backing Amorim up. And if they're not backing him up, well, hey, I'm straight back at him.
Yeah, I'll keep the video positive. We'll end it up on there. I won't ask you who them players are. But I'd just like to thank everyone for getting involved in the chat today. Keeping a tab on the likes as well. Be much appreciated if you could smash that like button. It does help support the channel and also today's video. It's much appreciated. Also, we did ask you a question about trying to get in contact with a Manchester United fan who's on YouTube as well to do an interview. We've seen a lot of your comments coming back on our members area. And also, we've got to take into consideration, the members, the people who aren't members who are subscribers. Get my words out.
You get them out, don't worry.
With the comments underneath yesterday's video.
Yeah. So
now, there's one name that is standing out quite a bit, to be honest with you, on yesterday's video and the members one. So we're going to let this video run until Monday, and then on Sunday we will have a look on Sunday to see which is the standout name on there, and we'll look to contact him on Monday to see if they want to come on and have an in-depth interview. It won't be just a general Manchester United chat that you normally do see on here with myself and my dad and Webby. We will want to get to the nuts and bolts of who they are, why they do things, and why they have certain opinions about Manchester United, which does influence the fan base. That's most important.
Yeah, the members, they've all spoke yesterday. Obviously, subscribers and yourselves out there, they spoke yesterday who gave their opinion who we should interview. So just carry it on for those what didn't see yesterday's video, and we look forward to it. It's very, very interesting.
Yeah, going to leave it there. I'm going to go and throw myself in a bucket of water, mouth dry. Right. I'd just like to thank you all for joining us today. Yeah. Smash that like button, and we'll be back on Monday. Enjoy your weekend, everyone, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you.
Thank you.